the Pine Island Institute of Neural Edification, class of 2022. Thank you. Thank you. We don't consider y'all failures for not graduating in the summer with the rest of your class, but instead we are very happy that we got an extra semester to teach y'all. At the end of today's commencement, there will be a Prosecco toast. It's back on the table if you would like some after you get your degree. Until then, though, I would like to welcome our commencement speaker for today. He is a master of so many things. He is a wizard, dark and otherwise. A process safety engineer of the most evil sort. Please welcome Stephen Saltsman.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me out here. I'm so glad to be here to celebrate this graduation and be your commencement speaker. One of the first things that I realized when I was asked to be commencement speaker is I didn't realize why I was being asked. I thought, is it the threats I've been sending? Is it the process safety? Ultimately, I assumed it was just the cloak, that Aaron knew I would have something to wear for the occasion. It's generally tradition to speak about the future at commencement speeches. We look forward to all of the things that we're going to have and do and create. Talking about rockets and airplanes and all these things. But I wanted to take today to not spend time on levity, but instead gravity. To not indulge in the tradition, but to think and talk about tradition itself. To look towards the past. I want to be here today to celebrate historians and archivists, curators, librarians, all the people who gather the knowledge from across time and put it together that serve as, thank you. Please save your mooing until the end. That create the foundation of culture around us and who feed the roots of who we were and what we are to become. To support this concept, I found a quote of someone who agrees with me. John J. Chapman, the author, said, "One of the deepest impulses in humanity is the impulse to record, to scratch a drawing or keep a diary. The enduring value of the past, one might say, is the very basis of civilization." And I couldn't agree with him more, which is why I quoted him. But with this being such a basic impulse for us, to write, to record, to create things and leave them behind, without those who maintain it, without those who provide us an audience eventually, this is just noise. It's so much shouting into nothing. It is the act of children to create and discard. It is the act of adults to preserve. And that's part of what I want to celebrate here today. We often hear that history does repeat itself. I think that's absurd. History never has repeated itself, not once. All our understanding of the past acts as a lens, a metaphor through which we light our current state of being as through stars, focusing enough of it to actually make sense of where we are here and now today. But just as if you were trying to trace your steps through snow, you are not taking the same steps. You will expand, you will change it. And as we look at history, we change not only the history itself, by creating our own conception of it, but we also bring it into ourselves and are changed. So if we have to change history by learning from it, a thing that surely we must do, I think it's important to be careful in doing so. We don't want to be like raindrops eroding away, but rather terraformers who create a new, more useful past while maintaining its integrity. To that end, I have just a challenge that I want to offer people. Go into the past. If you can manage to do it physically, take me along. I'm very interested. I think I'd fit in nicely. But I want you to go, and I want you to explore the past and see what you can find there. I want you to find an opportunity to study and look into things until either it changes before you or you are changed by it. And then after that process is done, I challenge everybody to create an artifact, whether it be for your own future self or for those who come after us. Create something of a legacy to leave behind and be discovered. So once more, thank you to the librarians, the curators, the archivists, and all.